Meghan Markle, a hypocrite, stealing charity money. Thanks to royal family action, Meghan Markle is a hypocrite, stealing charity money thanks to the royal family. Hello, friends. Welcome to breaking royal news about the notorious hypocritical couple, Harry and Meghan Markle, on our Kate Middleton and the Queen News version 2 channel. Oh, you know what's just a whole lot of delusional right now? I won't even get into politics, but there's some top-notch critical thinking going awry. So we had this glorious Australia tour that went just swimmingly, but oh no, the crowds were deemed ridiculous by none other than Her Royal Highness Meghan. And don't you know who she is? The tea was thrown, people. The tea was thrown. And let's not forget that brilliant effort at teary-eyed drama during that Oprah interview. Bravo! It was all just a showy joke, wasn't it? I mean, did you see that one tear that somehow managed to crawl out of her left eye? Pure Oscar-worthy performance. But wait, it made another appearance at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral? Oh, please spare me the theatrics. I must admit, in the beginning, I supported her claims and said we should believe women. I thought she had a point. But then, oh boy, when I dared to mention that statistics don't necessarily equate to popularity and that some of those stats might just be people reading up with disdain, oh my, her little squad, which I had no idea even existed, went on the attack. I was vilified, can you believe it? And let's talk about her fashion transformation. Miss Cap, jeans, and down jacket from the Suits era has now turned into Miss 80s tucked-in shirt and heels. She wasn't an icon before, and she sure isn't one now, but hey, her fashion seems to have adapted regardless. Badly, might I add. But you know what really disturbs me? The waste of charity opportunities that Harry and Meghan could have achieved. Instead of labeling the royal family as racist, why not take a look at the Prince's Trust, which has been doing some fantastic work for the advancement of people of color over the past 30-odd years? I'm yet to see anything from Harry and his floozy that actually empowers Black Americans, Black Africans, or Black Brits. Zip, zero, nada. Oh, the hypocrisy is just oozing out, isn't it? They gladly accept awards and pat themselves on the back, but what have they actually accomplished? Net nothing, that's what. And to add insult to injury, they have the audacity to demand that people of color pay for their extravagant IPP-level security for life, all during an economic downturn. Oh, and let's not forget that they still expect to be called by their titles forever, even though they do absolutely zero official royal public service. As a woman of color and a Commonwealth taxpayer myself, it's infuriating. They've basically pissed on us, the POC taxpayers, and now they're trying to gaslight us into thinking it's raining. Well, sorry, but we're not buying it. And remember when Michelle Obama responded to that Oprah interview? She knows what service is about, shining a light on the community and making a real difference. No wonder the Obamas want absolutely nothing to do with Harry and Meghan. Even BLM UK's Imarn Ayton has seen the light and openly admitted she was wrong about them. She finally called them liars, and honestly, I can't blame her. But wait, it gets worse. These two collaborated with Russian oligarchs connected to a dictatorship that's causing food shortages in poor African countries. While they live in a dead Russian oligarch's McMansion, thanks to Harry's unearned royal inheritance, vital resources in Africa are being monopolized by Putin-approved warlords. It's sickening. And let's not forget their virtue signaling about Ukraine, while Meghan couldn't even get their flag right. Talk about ignorance and lack of awareness. While Ukrainian kids and their parents are being kidnapped and killed, these two were busy cozying up with oligarchs. Oh, and here's a brilliant idea from Harry. Why not ask Putin about childhood trauma for a future monetized podcast? Seriously? Just when you think they've hit rock bottom, they manage to find a whole new deplorable low. It's like a never-ending circus of deceit and manipulation with these two. Harry, the racist elderly/staff/animal/taxpayer abuser, and Meghan, the self-hater who turns a blind eye to his behavior and is an abuser herself. They're both pathological liars who will never admit the truth. No sympathy, no respect, none of that from me. And let's be clear, they don't deserve any royal public service role ever again. Wales and their kids have rightfully taken the spotlight away from them for good. They've lied for so long, it's become second nature to them. and it's clear they're completely undeserving. They've shown such reptilian behavior, blending in like chameleons in the weeds, trying to manipulate and control others. But we see through it, don't we? I knew what Meghan was up to from a mile away, and she couldn't stand that she couldn't affect me or change my behavior. So she resorted to befriending people around me, just to cross my personal and social boundaries. Childish and petty, really. Who knows what her twisted goals are? Maybe she gets some sick thrill from lurking in on others' pain, trauma, and drama. It's downright disturbing, especially if she's supposed to be caring for patients. And let's not even get started on their use of race as a shield to claim persecution. It's disgusting how they throw around the race card while doing absolutely nothing to support those who genuinely face racial oppression. They have the audacity to accept awards while people of color still struggle with day-to-day oppression. It's hypocrisy beyond words. And don't get me started on their lavish lifestyle. Living in a 16-bathroom mansion while colored veterans remain homeless? It's mind-boggling how they can be so out of touch with reality and lack any sense of responsibility. Oh, let's talk about their championing of change. They could have been true philanthropists, but instead, they chose to fill their coffers with the help of their royal family clapback. They've turned their victim status into a money-making machine, and now they want to play the do-gooders? Please. And the race angle, oh boy, their biggest scam. Meghan, the not-so-black woman who conveniently identified as white before all this drama. White sorority, white college, white guys. Heck, everything in her life was white-oriented. But suddenly, she's claiming to be a champion of black people? Give me a break. She even had surgery to look whiter, but now she wants to pull off this blackface stunt? It's beyond absurd. She used black people as a shield to avoid criticism, and it's just a gift-wrapped scam, a lie they're trying to sell to the world. And let's not forget the convenient erasure of her mixed-race background. She didn't like anything about that part of herself until she saw the power of using it to cover up her character flaws. It's all just a clumsy attempt to manipulate the narrative without any real understanding or research. Oh, the race-conscious expert Meghan, jumping on bandwagons and lighting fires, claiming everyone who dislikes her is racist. It's like she's playing a game of let's stretch the fabric of real racism. Bravo! But let's be real. Her race card antics are watering down the seriousness of real racism. It's like she's turning it into some kind of fashion trend. And who's her consultant in all this drama? Oh, her Klingon mother, who's obviously not in the business of motherly love, because any sensible mom would have stopped their child from starting such a war with the most powerful family in the world. But hey, Meghan's got her own rules, right? But let's talk about her favorite tactic, deflecting criticism as racism even before the engagement. Oh, how harmful and dangerous that is. It's like she's setting race relations back decades with that ludicrous notion that people of color are excused from basic decency just because of their skin color. Sorry, Meghan, but criticism is not racism. It's called accountability. And let's not forget the ultimate insult she hurled, insinuating that Her Majesty the late Queen was somehow racist. Oh, that's a slanderous lie if there ever was one. No one did more for race relations in the last century than Queen Elizabeth herself. But hey, why let facts get in the way of a good victim narrative, right? Let's not forget the mastermind duo, Harry and Meghan, working tirelessly to undermine William and Catherine's Caribbean tour. They just love agitating those with a political agenda to turn against colonialism and the royal family. I mean, who cares if Harry doesn't even know what colonialism means? As long as it hurts William, they're all in. How very noble of them. And let's not forget their deep concern for Commonwealth countries going independent. Oh wait, they don't care about that or the people living in those countries. It's all about their petty grievances and selfish desires. Treasonous indeed. I must say, Meghan and Harry have truly mastered the art of lying and deception. There's no lie too big for them to tell if it means hurting the royal family and filling their own pockets. Bravo! With such integrity and a moral. But don't worry, folks, they won't be coming back. The world will be celebrating its downfall. I mean, who doesn't love a good dose of karma for this vile pair? They've truly earned it, haven't they? Those sayings are so fitting for this dynamic duo. Do not deflect onto others, but that's precisely what Meghan and Harry excel at. They blame everyone else for their missteps and refuse to take any responsibility. A leopard doesn't change its spots, and this pair is no exception. No amount of lipstick can change the true nature of a pig. I must admit, it's no surprise Meghan's fans fell for this act. They played the part of good people working for a better world, but deep down, they are far from it. Meghan, the self-proclaimed humanitarian, is nothing more than a narcissist. And Harry, oh dear, he's just so codependent, following her every whim. It's laughable how they tout themselves as champions of major issues, yet they never actually do anything substantial to bring attention or donations. Meghan's professional humanitarian title is truly a joke. They had a golden opportunity to genuinely make a difference, but they squandered it. They've lied, cheated, attacked, and grifted their way through, leaving nothing but disappointment in their wake. Oh, and let's not forget the grand photo shoots in Rwanda and India, doing nothing for anyone except boosting their egos. Harry's shining moments as a working royal, showing up for a few worthy causes when told to do so. And let's not forget his military service, although we're not quite sure what he actually did during those years. Divergent reports, you know. But hey, at least he put in some effort, right? Now, the divorce, oh yes, the inevitable divorce. If and when it happens, and if Harry decides to go to rehab and lay low for a while, maybe, just maybe, the British royal family PR can attempt to rehabilitate him to some extent. But working royal again? Ha! Who would want to be represented by Harry? As one British expert so eloquently put it, they are done. And really, can anyone blame them? Their colossal body of work, or rather, their colossal mess of lies and drama, is too enormous to salvage. The new narrative that this is somehow all Harry's fault is just laughable. We've all seen what's been going on, and it's not pretty. The train wreck continues with the impending divorce, and of course Rachel, we know who we're talking about, will be more than eager to cash in on the drama with a book, and who knows what else. It's all just a theatrical spectacle, damaging beyond repair. Oh, and let's not forget their noble mission to burn everything to the ground and destroy others, especially their families. But the royal family, they're the real deal, meeting people, listening, learning, and genuinely working to improve the world for people of all colors and abilities. Unlike Harry and Meghan, who seem to be experts at destroying their own reputations. The epitome of hard work and dedication, the Sussexes. Their tireless efforts to take advantage of every photo op and designer bag for those oh-so-genuine encounters with the poor and homeless. I mean, who wouldn't want to see a photo of them posing with a wreath in a military cemetery? You can feel the sincerity oozing out of that carefully staged shot, can't you? Oh, but let's not forget their dedication to climate change and their kids' future, all while conveniently hopping on private jets whenever it suits them. The hypocrisy is truly astounding. Air Force One, anyone? Who even thinks they're entitled to that kind of treatment? Apparently Harry and Meghan do because, they're just that important. Their arrogance knows no bounds. They believe they're the wise saviors of the world, looking down on others while lecturing about racism and unconscious bias. Oh, the irony! They love to spew word salad and play the humanitarian card, all while jet-setting around the world and spending millions on clothes for their carefully orchestrated encounters with the less fortunate. And speaking of moon bumps and baby showers, let's not forget the grand spectacle they created when they blocked sidewalks to get those perfect photo ops. Because when it comes to doing charity work, nothing says genuine like a meticulously planned photo shoot. While the rest of us mere mortals work and struggle, they bask in the glory of their fame and riches, generously accepting millions for doing virtually nothing. Bravo, what a noble endeavor. Oh, but let's not forget the pandemic. While people suffered, lost jobs, and faced unthinkable hardships, the Harkles were busy playing and preaching from their ivory tower. Clueless doesn't even begin to describe their actions during that time. And speaking of preaching, their constant sermonizing and sanctimonious humanitarian cosplay are truly a sight to behold. Who needs reality TV when you have the Harkles putting on this grand performance? They've appointed themselves as the arbiters of morality and decency, all while repeatedly showing their true colors with their nasty behavior. Sure, no one is obligated to be charitable, but the least they could do is be honest about their intentions. Instead, they choose to put on this facade of caring about the world while seeking fame and riches at every turn. It's like watching the Kardashians on steroids, but at least the Kardashians own up to their true selves. So, Harkles, please spare us the phony hypocrisy and the lectures. We're not buying it, and neither should anyone else. Just be who you truly are, fame and riches seekers, and spare us the theatrics. The world has had enough of your self-absorbed vanity. What do you think of Meghan Markle's unethical lies about her race? Let us know your thoughts below in the comments section. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this newsletter. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.